one of the things that I've learned is that oftentimes we're our own biggest barriers. And what is it that is creating that wall? Is that a wall that is entirely independent of me, or did I help inadvertently construct part of that wall, right? Through an attitude, through another inaction that's catching up to me now? Or is it a confidence problem or something else? So in triathlons, for example, and a lot of these parallels could be, again, relationships, business, you name it, a lot of similar patterns. You might be training for something big and you hit a point where you're just not achieving the level of preparation that you need to for a particular goal. And sometimes it might be that you're overtraining, or you had a bad race, and sometimes it's just a bad day, but other times it's, you need an adjustment to your training. If you know how to do that yourself, great. Sometimes you need help, and that can apply to, finances, triathlons, relationships, you name it. The more you know, the less you know, right? And I think people who are overconfident younger in life, or stay overconfident through life, it's really sometimes out of a discomfort with acknowledging or admitting or that you might not already know it all, or know something specifically. So, I guess my wish for everybody is that there's just so much more liberty and freedom in letting go, even if it's uncomfortable, and saying, okay, well, there's more to learn. It just seems to get people to better places. And there are interesting studies that show that people who are overconfident are more consistently wrong. At the same time, people who are overconfident tend to attract followers, because people in general, human beings, tends to seek people who appear to have the answer. That can get a little messy if you don't have critical thinking along the way. One of the things that I'm increasingly learning as I progress through my life is how much a driver fear really is for so many people. It's just that some of us are more comfortable with it or embrace it, and maybe one person embraces a certain kind of fear differently than another in their life, and another person might be the exact opposite. But we are all living under a little bit of an illusion that we are in, the world feels so civilized, and in some ways we all have to remember we're still animal beings. And when people are angry, people have different kinds of response to fear than others, and from different walks of life, different political spectrums, different countries, different neighborhoods respond differently because they would feel different kinds of risks. Is this risking my family? Is this risking my freedom? Is this risking my, whatever it is? And that's really a fear about some kind of uncontrollable element in the future. Teachers and coaches and sports experiences and learning experiences kind of, at least for me, accumulated as learnings and confidence builders and encouragement to take risks, whether it was, that's one thing I think was really valuable and that I encourage in terms of my own kids and others with sports is it's something you can learn you learn directly or indirectly at a young age that, you take a chance. Sometimes you fall over, sometimes you don't, you progress, you can really see the tangible benefits of training or practicing, even at a very young age. So, and I think maybe part of why I keep doing sports, because sometimes whether it's personal relationships or business, some things are such long projects and there's lots of wonderful experiences along the way. And sometimes the sports give you a little boost and remind you that, taking action and doing something really moves the needle.
If you enjoy this podcast, please make sure to subscribe. To stay updated on everything that the Action Catalyst is up to, make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Action Catalyst Podcast and Twitter at Catalyst_Action. Thanks for listening.